Today we're going to take a look at angles and parallel lines and different kind of angles that are created when we have parallel lines. So we have parallel lines here. We have one pair right here. We know that they're parallel because they have these little V marks, these little arrow heads kind of in the middle of those lines. When we have parallel lines, we have certain relationships among them that are created, like corresponding angles, alternate interior angles, consecutive interior angles, and alternate exterior angles. We're going to use all that to find every single angle. Let's label what we know and then go to town. So measure of angle 1 is 60. Measure of angle 14 is 40. Let's find. So if I'm taking a look at these parallel lines and this transversal right here, that one transversal creates all of these types of angles. We just have to figure out where they're located. So angle 1, angle 3, they're both corresponding angles, meaning they're both in like same spots, similar spots. So if that's 60, this also has to be 60. When you have parallel lines in that transversal, we create alternate interior angles. 60, 3 and 7 are alternating sides. One's up, one's down. They're both on the inside of these parallel lines. That also has to be 60. We can create alternate exterior angles. This is up on the outside. If I'm looking at parallel line and still this, angle 10 is down and outside. That also has to be the same. We have something called consecutive interior. Consecutive means kind of next to, but along the transversal. So here's your parallel lines. I'm looking at this transversal. 2 and 3 kind of form this U here. They add up to 180. 180 is one of these magic numbers for us. So if that's 60, that's got to be 120 to give us that 180. And where else are we? Can we find anything else? Let's just move on down for a little bit. We'll come back. Angle 14, angle 9. So now we're talking about these parallel lines and this transversal. 14 and 9 have to be the same, so that's got to be a 40. Using alternate interior, we're on the inside, we're talking about this transversal, 40 and 11 have to be the same. Alternating exterior, this 14, which is 40, and angle 4, same value. We have corresponding angles, let's talk about consecutive interior. Consecutive interior, along the transversal on the inside, 13 and 9, those two angles have to add up to 180. I already have 40 here. That's got to be 140. And with that, once we have this, we now know that 13 and 5 and 10 are both corresponding. Here's where things get a little weird. This angle and these angles are the same. So 140 is the same as 60 and x. I don't know what that is. Well, we can find that. Minus 60, minus 60. X is going to give us 80. We get 80 there. What else do we know? Corresponding with 12 would be these angles. We don't know that yet. But 12 alternate exterior would mean these two again. So 12 and then this angle right here. So add these up, you get 140. Alternating exterior got to be the same. So that also has to be 140. We are missing 2 more. So we can go with, let's bring in some supplementary angles. Supplementary means angles that add up to 180 degrees. 60 plus 40 plus mystery, got to equal 180. So that's already 100. That's got to be 80. And now we can use this. Angle 8 and 9 and angle 6 are both corresponding. So 80 and 40 give us 120. This has to be 120. And we just found every angle. And that's angles and parallel lines using corresponding alternate interior, exterior, and consecutive interior angles.